Hello again. It's Kelly Pullum, also known as Craftin' Granny. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! In Canada, and I love to help people explore their creativity with Stampin' Up's amazing products. Tonight, I'm going to demonstrate how to make a bookbinding card using 2 of our stamp sets and some of our In Color Designer Series paper, and I'm sure that you're going to love it. I love the bookbinding card because it's very easy to make, and it's just got a lovely balance of, I don't know, just of the use of shapes, I guess. It's got a lovely balance with it. So it's always fun to create, and I find it easy to make. Anyway, I hope people will catch up with me because I should be on my business page now. There's Tracy. Hi there. I accidentally went live on my personal page again, and my sister reminded me, so that's good. So there, that's good. Yes, you love bookbinding cards too. They're just fun and easy to make, and so why not, eh? So tonight I'm going to take a card and make a masculine birthday card, and then Nancy's going to share in the comments, if she can find me again, the birthday card that I made for her, which is very similar but with a more feminine look to it. So anyway, I was starting off, hi, you caught me, Nancy, that's great. So I was starting off to say about upcoming events. So I have my in-person class at the Parkside Center October 24th at 1 p.m. We'll be making 3 cards. We'll be doing a Thinking of You card, a sympathy card, and 1 other card. They requested the sympathy card because unfortunately, when you get older, you need more sympathy cards than you used to when you were young. That is a reality of life. So anyway, that will be October 24th. And then October 28th is my first time at the Sudbury Market. So this week, the Sudbury Market is moving to Elm Place, and they will be starting their indoor winter market. It's pretty exciting. When I went in today to drop off a little display for the window, there were workers in there just busy getting things set up, and I got to see kind of the size and shape of the space I'm going to be in, so that was helpful. But I'm really hoping that people will pop in and visit me at the Sudbury Market. I will have cards and other paper crafting projects there. Not products. I can't sell products there, but projects. Anyway, so that will be there, and I hope to see lots of people. Now, I am going to switch over to the desktop and get us started here with my card tonight. There we go. And I'm sipping on some of the key lime tea that you brought me, Jeanette. So thank you very much. I'm enjoying it. And it's wonderful for the evening because it doesn't have the caffeine in it. And so that is also a wonderful blessing. So a little sip before I get started. Okay. Now let's see here. I want to get where I can see comments. Oh, Greg is not... Oh, Nancy, you can't put the photo in the chat. Well, I guess I will have to do that myself after I'm done. I will have to put the photo in the chat, right? Oh, Nancy, you would like it too because it's Rooibos. It's Rooibos key lime tea. Okay. So this is my card base for the card tonight. I'm going to be doing a landscape style card, but for the bookbinding card, I still need the long, narrow paper. So this is 4 1/4 by 11. And I did not do my scoring in advance because I wanted you to be able to see me do the scoring. So hopefully I can get it on the camera here. Yes, there we go. So I'm going to start by scoring here first at 4 1/4 inches with my light colored blade. And this is so easy to do with our Stampin' Up! Trimmer because our lines are just so clear here along the top. So 4 1/4, and then I'm going to move it along a little further and go to 5 1/2. Okay, All right, now I'm going to fold at the 5.5 mark, and I'm just trying to turn my little spinner here to get my bone folder, and burnish. Now, this part where the 4 1/4 is going to come back this direction. So I'm going to fold that the opposite way and burnish. So now I have 2 sections here. I have a 1 1/4 section and a 4 1/4 section, and that's what I'm going to work with. Pull in my pre-cut pieces here. Oh, I should show the DSP that I'm using tonight, this In Color DSP. I love our In Color DSP every year. So this year we have really neutrals in our designer series paper. But this also comes in the regals and the subtles and the brights. And the patterns are two-sided. So on one side you've got the cute polka dots, which I always love polka dots. And then these bright or bold diagonals on the back. And then the other piece we've got is all of these hearts. And then on the back with the lined pattern. So they're just good, I want to say neutral patterns that you can use on cards for a variety of purposes. So for tonight's card, I'm going to use a piece that is 4 by 4, and I'm going to put it on the front of my card like so. Find my, oh, I'm knocking things on the floor, not a good sign. Here we go. Find some Tombow glue here tonight because I'm not sure where my tape runner is. I seem to have hidden it.
Over there, Z. Come on.
Here we go. All right. So these are going to go horizontally here. And that's just going to create a nice little square there. Then I'm going to take this other piece and it's going to go in the other section of my cardstock here. And it's 1 by 4. Now I intentionally have not glued down the inside of the bookbinding card yet because I have not decided. I think I can't decide whether I want to use some twine on the card tonight or whether I want to use some gems. And so until I decide, I don't want to glue this panel down on the inside. So I'm going to leave it for a second. All right. So the next bit here, I have, these are 3 1/4 square. Excuse me, I'm still got a bit of that cough going on. So this is 3 1/4 square, and this is 3-inch square. And this is where I'm going to do my stamping. And then I've got a 4-inch square to do some stamping inside the card. And I've got a 3/8 inch strip to do my sentiment here. So I'm going to pull in, first of all, the By My Side stamp set. Oh, I'm in and out of focus. My hubby is better, but not well yet. He's still hacking, but not as bad as he was. So hopefully soon. So I've got my little man and my doggy. Now I cut mine apart. I wanted to use them separately, so I did cut them apart. You know what? Like, it's permission to do what you want with your stamp sets. You do not have to leave them as they are, but I am going to put them together for this card, and that's going to go on my center here. So I want my Memento ink for that. And I do not need my foam mat tonight because I'm using red rubber stamps. So this is going to go on here. Kind of down about here. There. There, beautiful. And I'm going to use from the Waves of Inspiration. I'm going to use this little strip for the happy birthday. And I'm going to put You're Totally Awesome, You're So Totally Awesome inside. And I think I might use the dog again on the inside by itself this time. So, I got my little chamois here. This piece and this piece. I did not get this on straight, so I'm going to just take a minute and do this properly. So I'm going to line my stamp up across here and then pick it up. And I do find I'm better to get things on centered when I do it that way. So I think I'm debating. I can't decide whether I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to do all my stamping with Memento. I was going to do some with copper clay, but I think I'm just going to be consistent here and do this with Memento like I did the outline on the front. So we're going to have You're So Totally Awesome. Good. Bring in the doggo. Can't have too many dogs on a card. And we'll just put it down here in the corner. There. And finally, my happy birthday. Which is going on here in the center. It is a cute stamp set. I love the By Your Side stamp set, and I should make more cards with it. I really like it. I like the little images. They're cute and fun. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I love all the images on this stamp set. They're all fun. Okay. So let's bring my pieces back in now for coloring. I have pulled out a bunch of blends here. I have my Wild Wheat blends, which I'm going to use for the little boy's hair. So I'm going to start with that one. And I'm going to use my brush tip. And first thing I'm going to do is kind of go over the lines here with the dark, but I'm coming in to the inside of his hair. So instead of going right over the line, I'm just going inside the line here. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with the light. Just going to blend that together. So I'm going to kind of pull the dark in a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to use the ivory on his face. And I'm going to just start I don't want it to blend with my wild wheat here, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful because my wild wheat might still be wet. And I'm just kind of putting down the color first, and then it's a little bit blotchy and I want it to be that way, but I'm going to come back and kind of do a little bit more around his mouth and a little bit more here at the eyebrows. And then I'm going to come in with my color lifter, and I'm just going to do a little around his eyes just to kind of brighten those eyes. And you probably can't see on camera, but sitting here where I am, it just looked as though those eyes kind of popped up off the page when I did that circle. You can see that it's lighter there, and it just made those eyes kind of pop up a little bit. So now I've got my copper clay color, which is in my designer series paper, and I'm going to use that for the dog. I'm going to start with the dark. I think I'm still going to go with the brush tip here. I'm going to come around the top and around the back, and again I'm just kind of going inside the lines. I'm going to leave a little bit of the leg uncolored, and I'm going to come down. Let's see, I'm going to leave part of that one maybe too and come down here. So in essence what I'm doing is I'm choosing as I'm going here some parts to be darker and some parts to be lighter. And the parts that I've left lighter, I can come in with my light blend. I can do the outline, but do it with the lighter blend instead of the darker blend. And then I can just start to kind of blend this all in together. I left the nose uncolored. I'm going to come back in again with my color lifter, if I can find it. I'm going to do a little bit on the eye again. And maybe just shade a little bit here in the chest. And a little bit here on the underbelly, just to give a little variation in the color. And then just because I think I might want it with a little more variation, I'm going to come back with the dark here and just try and emphasize some of those color differences. The more times you go over, of course, the darker it gets. And just a little more blending here. Okay, so I've got a little color variation there. So now I'm going to do the same thing on my other dog. Oh, I'm going to just take my bronze and do his nose. Just a little bronze nose there. Okay, so here we go. Same thing on my other doggy. A little more outlining here again. On here. There. Okay. Sorry, I got quiet here now. I can't think and color and talk at the same time. Oh, hello, Claire. Welcome. Glad you're here. Okay, now I'm going to bring my color lifter for the eye again, and a little on the eye, little on the chest. I did a little boo-boo there, so I'm going to try and push that back in, and then a little bit here, just a bit on the belly. There. Okay, so now I've got my little boy's duds here, and I can't remember. I pulled out, this is Cajun Craze, and I can't remember if I think this is going to work. I think I'm going to try it for this boy. I'm going to try it. I've also got crumb cake here, so I think I might just try his t-shirt in crumb cake. And I forgot to color his arms too, didn't I? Okay, so let's do ivory on the arms like I did for the face. And then I'm going to try a t-shirt with, this is just crumb cake light. Yeah, just going to add a little bit for some sort of a shoe there. And then the Cajun Craze for his shorts. I think I'm going to go with the light because I think it might have more contrast with the copper clay when all is said and done. Let's just see. Doesn't look like much contrast, does it? There we go. But I think it is slightly different. Okay, so there's my coloring. Now, you can tell from this that I am not a master artist at this, and that's one of the things I love about our Stampin' Blends. You don't have to be a master artist. Yes, you can create a work of art if you are that way inclined. But if you are like me and you're more crafty than artsy, then you can do pretty well with our blends without needing to have an art degree. Okay, so here we go. Let's put this on the front here. As I said, this is 3-inch square and a 3 1/4 inch square. Then I'm going to put this 4-inch square on the inside. When I am using our liquid glue with our standard white cardstock, the thinner cardstock, I do like to use that brush tip and smooth it out so that I don't end up with lines showing underneath, because that really ruins it, doesn't it? Okay, so now this is going to get popped up with some dimensionals. Okay, that's going on the front. Voila. Now I have to make a decision. Well, first of all, I've got my sentiment. Let's do that first. So I've got my sentiment here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut, find my snips. I'm going to cut this on an angle going this way. I'm always doing this. I'm trying to go off to the edge so I don't leave the mess of the cuts on my paper. But if I do that, you can't see what I'm doing, so that's no good. And I've got my camera turned too far. You can't see my face tonight either. Oh well. C'est la vie. There we go. So I'm going to make an arrow this way, and then I'm going to do this end with the flag going the other way. And then this is going to go, is that going to leave enough room? Oh, I smudged. Do you know what? I'm going to do that again. I do not want to smudge on this card. Okay, so I need some white. Trying to find a piece that's already cut to 3/8, and most of them are 1/2 inch. Let's see what I've got here. No, okay. There we go. So we'll bring this back in, and I'll try not to be too heavy-handed with my ink. There we go. Usually I don't have a problem with that, but tonight I must have been just a little heavy-handed with that and ended up with it a little too here we are. There we go. Now this is going to go onto a 1/2 inch piece of copper clay. Try and slide that into a good spot. And then I'm just going to angle cut again, leaving a little border. Okay, that looks a little bit wider at that end, so I'm going to trim just a little closer here. There we are. So this is going to go on the front here with my little arrow. Okay, so now comes the moment of decision. So I have linen thread and I have twine. Oh, I do have some white twine too. I could use white twine to go around and tie in a knot. So I could just go around a few times and tie with a knot, or I could just use some gems, which I've misplaced. Here they are. And I could do a 3 in a row thing. So I was thinking about just taking 3 of these and just going kind of a a tic-tac-toe in a row here on my bookbinding part. So which do you think? Should I go with tic-tac-toe 3 in a row, or shall I wrap some white twine and tie it in a knot to make my finishing here embellishment for the card? I'm looking for feedback now. Watching those comments. Jeanette says twine thread. Okay. Any other comments? Nancy likes the twine too. And Tracy likes it. Okay, the twine is the winner. So, I got a knot in it somehow. So I'm just going to start by putting some adhesive in here. And I'm going to wrap this around. 1, 2, come back up here, and come back around here. And up again here. There we go. Okay.
Big girl, Z. Good girl. Big girl.
So I'm going to just slide this over a bit.
Big girl.
And bring it up. And I am just going to go with a knot as opposed to a bow, because I think knots are more masculine somehow. And I'm going to use my tweezers here to help me hold that in place. So we're going to just pinch that. Then I can tie my knot nice and easily. Pull that out. Trim a little more. There we go. Press that down. And there we have the card. So this is happy birthday. And you're so totally awesome. And I think that's a good masculine take on the card. Now I'm going to try and get on my phone here and forward the message from Nancy, because I did not take a picture of her card. Save it to my stored media, and now I want to share it. I think I have to go into, let's see, thank you, Tracy. And thank you for being here with me. You don't have to stay until I get this loaded on here, although of course you're welcome to do so. But I'm going to just try and get this, this other photo of the alternate card linked in here. But you don't have to hang around while I do that. Thank you so much for being here with me. I hope you'll come back and join me again next Tuesday at 7:30. And let me know if I can help you with your crafty shopping in any way. Or if you're looking for more inspiration, I'm happy to help. I'm also happy to have new team members. I do have one new team member this month. Their Stampin' Up! Has a fantastic offer. They're offering, because it's our 35th anniversary, you can get 35% more product in your kit, or you can get 35% off the price of the kit. So if that sounds appealing to you, let me know and I'll talk to you some more about it. Take care, friends. Have a good evening. Bye-bye now.